You are watching Yeticket.com with Al McGee, movie reviews and interviews. This is Yeticket.com, Yeticket.com, your entertainment ticket.
We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. Yeticket.com. We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. Yeticket.com. 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 We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. Yeticket.com. Yeticket.com.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you.
Yes, and desert you.
They'll take your soul if you let them. Oh no, but don't you let them.
This is your entertainment ticket. Latest and greatest movie reviews and interviews. This is your entertainment ticket. Yeticket.com.
Hey, this is Al McGee with your entertainment ticket. I'm here at the Broward Center for the Performing Arts, but I'm here with Ben Fankhauser. Wow. Man, he's in beautiful, the Carole King Musical. Ben, tell us your character.
I play Barry Mann, who is a songwriter and the husband and partner of Cynthia Weil, who were best friends and main competitors with Carole King and Gerry Goffin.
You know, I didn't know a lot about Barry Mann until I looked it up and people told me about it. Because growing up, listening to music, I didn't pay attention to the songwriters and things like that. Many people didn't. In fact, I didn't know anything about Carole King. Right. So tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, well, so, our story takes place in the era of the Brill Building, which is basically where all these songwriters sat separated by...
In New York.
In New York City, yeah, 1650 Broadway. And they were separated by cubicles, and they churned out hit songs for the groups of the day. And just like you said, not a lot of people paid attention to the writers. I sure didn't either. But they wrote songs for the Shirelles, the Drifters, the Righteous Brothers, the Ronettes, the list goes on. And it's a really cool time in our history, when
sure is.
When music was shaped this way, and the sound, it was sort of one sound because it was created in one building, and people would borrow ideas from their next door neighbors and their cubicles, and it's just this time is responsible for an incredible amount of music.
Yeah, he also worked for Kirshner, and the only thing I knew about Kirshner, he had the midnight special back in the day, and I couldn't wait to watch that.
That's right. He was the man with the golden ear, and he changed the game because he was the first guy to say, okay, you know what? Young people need songs written by young people, because before that happened, it was a bunch of old guys just writing the same old thing over and over, and he was a real innovator in that sense.
He sure was.
Yeah, and he found Carole at the ripe age of 16, and same with Barry and Cynthia. They were in their young 20s when they first started too. So it was young people writing for young people.
Yeah. And Barry's still alive today. Have you ever chance to meet him, or he just saw you on tape or something like that?
Yeah, no, I haven't met him yet. We did email a little bit when we opened. He sent me a little congratulatory email. But
nice.
And same with Cynthia and Becky, my co-star there. And hopefully in LA we'll get a chance to meet him.
What about Carole?
Carole came to us in Boston a couple months ago. Yeah, she was so nice, so humble, and so complimentary, and just such a light, just like you see in the show. She's a light.
Now tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, but now
Cleveland? You want the Cavaliers to win?
Yeah, I want the Cavaliers to win.
Ooh, I'm here in Miami now. I'm from Chicago originally, but
okay. All right, I know.
Yeah,
Well, we felt the same when LeBron left Cleveland a couple years ago, so
So you're a Cleveland man. So when did you decide, that, hey, I'm going to make me some money being a singer, actor, entertainer?
At a very young age, I got started in theater. At probably about 10 or something like that. My mom put me in a summer camp, and immediately I fell in love with the friendships, the idea that it took a whole community of people to put this thing on. And moreover, I saw my first professional production at an early age as well, and I remember just being my life was on hold for 2.5 hours, and I was in ecstasy. And I said, that's what I want to do. I want to make people feel what I just felt, and maybe I'll find a way to make a living at it. But that thought came second to, I got to do this no matter what. So, yeah.
What's your favorite Barry song or Carole King song?
Oh, man, it changes a lot. I think, I really love, it's not in our show. Well, no, I'll say in our show, the song that Barry and Cynthia wrote for the animals, We Got to Get Out of This Place.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
It is an awesome song. It really rocks. And in terms of Carole's songs, man, right now, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow is giving me a really nice vibe. But like I said, it changes. It's like picking your favorite kid. You know what I mean? You can't do that. It's always changing.
And you're here at the Broadway Center for Performing Arts. How you like it here?
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. There's beautiful space outside, lovely lobby. The dressing rooms are awesome. The stage is awesome. The sound, the audience. It's a great place to be. Happy to be here.
Well, I'm happy to meet you, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much.
See you later.
And I really saw you on stage. Oh, you were fantastic. You really were. Hey, come see him. You'll be surprised, and you'll be happy that you saw Beautiful with this man right here.
I'd like to know that your love is love I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow?
Hey, I'm Al McGee with your entertainment ticket. I'm here at the Broadway Center for the Performing Arts, and I saw a wonderful musical last night called Beautiful, the story of Carole King. But wow, here's a young lady. She played a songwriter also. This is Becky Goldsvig. How you doing, Becky?
I'm good. How are you?
And what's your character's name?
I play Cynthia Weil. She's a lyricist in a writing team with Barry Mann.
Yeah, she's a real person, a real songwriter back in the late 50s, early 60s. She and Barry had a lot of hits too. How much did you know about her before you got this role?
I didn't know a lot about her, but I did know her music. They wrote on Broadway, You've Lost That Love and Feeling. And after the era of this show, they also wrote the theme from An American Tale, Somewhere Out There, which I knew as a kid growing up in the 80s. So I was a little past their prime as far as what I grew up with. However, their music has lived on, and I definitely knew that.
Wow. I mean, you look so authentic on the stage. I mean, I thought you were the real person. You really turned into a real three-dimensional character on stage. Now, when the director chose you for this, what did you have to do to audition for this role?
We had to do various scenes and songs, and I had worked with a director before, which is always nice, so they at least know who you are and how you work and that sort of thing. And my audition process was not incredibly long, but I had to go in a few times. And then the last step with this show is to get the stamp of approval from the real life person. So they have to actually.
You actually met her?
I didn't meet her. I was put on video for them to okay, and we got the stamp of approval. So I'm here.
Oh, wow. That's really great to hear that from the real person, somebody you're going to play. And then they say, I'm alive. Yes, she can play me.
Yeah, it's unique in that way.
And also, you were singing in the musical. I mean, what's your experience? What's your background? Give me a little taste of that.
Sure. I grew up in Minnesota, and I moved to New York.
What part of Minnesota?
Moorhead, Minnesota, right next to Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
A little different weather than here.
Oh, much. Oh, I know. I'm from Chicago. I know the difference.
Yeah. And so I grew up there, and I moved to New York when I was 17, and I started working. I started auditioning and taking voice lessons and dance classes, and I did a tour of Peter Pan. I did a lot of regional work, and I did a cruise ship, and then I also made my Broadway debut in Hairspray. And did that.
One of my favorites, Bald Baltimore. Well, we on Beautiful, but that's one of my favorites.
It has a special place in my heart for sure. And I did Legally Blonde on Broadway and then the tour, and I've been here before with that. And then did some more regional work, had a kid, and here I am on tour again.
You're really fabulous too. Like I said, I really enjoyed you on stage and Beautiful. Now, I want to go back a little bit. Now, how young were you when you said, hey, I want to be on Broadway or I want to be a singer? When did that really hit you?
Well, I always liked to sing. I don't think that I realized you could do it for a job until junior high school. You know, then
really?
you realize those recordings are made up of real people that actually do this. So I was being trained in dance and singing and stuff back home, and my instructors had actually been in New York, and they said, you know, you should go and try. And they more talked my parents into it than me, because at that point you're young, great, I'll do it, but you don't know how scary it can be. And so my parents luckily were on board, and it went all right.
Wow. I tell you, this is a great performance from you and Beautiful, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to meet you. Thank you very much for taking your time with me. I'm going to get your entertainment ticket. And like I said, I really enjoyed you. And hey, come see her, Beautiful, here at the Bravo Center for the Performing Arts. It's only a limited time. Isn't that right, Becky?
It's going to be fun. 2 weeks.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
You got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. Then people gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful. You're so beautiful. That you're beautiful as you
Hey, this is Al McGee with your Entertainment Ticket. I'm here with the beautiful and talented Abby Mueller. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Ooh, I want to make you feel like a natural woman with this interview.
Good. I'm ready.
Hey, but you playing Carole King, and this lady was one of the most talented songwriters and music composers of the 50s and 60s and 70s. Tell us about your role.
Well, I play Carole King, who is incredible, as you know. And in our show, you get to see her go from a 16-year-old in Brooklyn all the way through the recording of the Tapestry album, which is, of course, this.
Yeah, that came out in 1971. I was in high school when that came out. I really enjoyed it.
It's a classic, classic album. And so you get to see her performing at Carnegie Hall, performing that album at the end. So all the ups and downs along the way, some fantastic songs, performances by a lot of the original artists that sang the songs. So it's really a fun night.
It's a fun night, but not only that, you really made me believe that you were Carole King. Now, how did you dig deep to really make Carole King, when she's still alive today, but come alive on stage?
Well, I think what people love about Carole and relate to about her is that groundedness and that kind of down to earthness. She seems to be like someone and her music feels like she's a friend,
Exactly, yeah.
So I just try to be as truthful and honest as I can, and a lot of the stuff she goes through is stuff that everyone goes through in their life. So I just try to tap into that and be as honest as I can and tell that story.
Oh, yeah. Now, you and I got a little bit in common. You're from Evanston, Illinois?
Yes, I am.
I'm from Chicago.
Yes, awesome.
Oh, yeah. And also, you also got something else in common with the show. Your sister performed the show, too.
Yep, she was the original Carole on Broadway.
And she won.
Tony Award.
Exactly.
Yes.
The Tony for this.
Yes, she did. She was incredible.
Did you talk to her about this?
It's been, this whole journey has been so wacky. We never would have thought we'd both get to play it, but she's been so supportive. I feel so blessed that I get to play Carole now. I never thought I would get to, but we're just having the best time on this tour, and bringing it across the country has really been a gift.
Oh, it's a gift for me to watch it, but also I want you to go see it also. Just one more question. Now, even though you came from a musical family and, people in your family, they were involved, why did you decide eventually to become, an actress, singer, things like that?
Yeah, good question. I just I felt it was the right thing to do. I felt a sort of a calling to do it, and I've been fortunate enough to work and keep working. So I'm just going to keep doing that for the time being. It seems to be seems to be going okay so far.
Paying the bills,
I'll
right?
let you know. Yeah, paying the bills. So I feel really lucky to get to do what I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great, Abby. Now, what's your favorite Carole King song?
That's impossible to choose. You know that. What's your favorite Carole King song?
I think So Far Away, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, You Got a Friend.
See, it's really hard to pick one, right? It's like
Oh, yeah.
picking your favorite child or something. Yeah, they're all so great. It kind of changes from night to night, honestly. And yeah, they're all good. I can't pick one.
And you're good too, Abby. I really enjoyed you in the show.
I'm so glad. Thanks for coming.
And thank you for taking a few minutes with me, Al McGee, at Your Entertainment Ticket. And I'm so happy to be here with you.
Me too.
Thank you,
My
Abby.
pleasure.
All right.
One fine day, you'll look at me, and you will know our love was meant to be. One fine day, you're gonna want me for your good. Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow? 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. You got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. Then people gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful. So beautiful. You're beautiful. And you feel.
You are watching YETicket.com with Al McGee, movie reviews and interviews. This is YETicket.com. YETicket.com, your entertainment ticket.
We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. YETicket.com. We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. YETicket.com. 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 We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. YETicket.com. YETicket.com.